За кое што сега зборуваше Ѓорѓе само доказ дека студентите имаат
Три пати повеќе криви, за три пати повеќе задолжење.
This is me when I'm feeling nothing. No joy, no sorrow, no pain, just nothing. Maybe that's just what scrolling on your phone is. But according to my therapist, the problem is that the numbness is spreading.
Yeah, I've been working with patients for about 20 years now. And formally, they come into the session rooms complaining about strong emotions, that they have this anxiety or depression or feeling abandoned and feeling alone. But now they have the opposite. They don't feel anything anymore. They are, what you call it, some kind of flatliner.
What is happening? It's not just me. So many people sense that something is messing with their emotions. I want to find out why. My job is to make primetime science and tech documentaries for public television.
Can you guys maybe wear these? Is that a thing? It's a thing?
For years, I've covered stories all over the world of tech. So I decide, as I travel the world, reporting on stories about the internet, I'll seek my own answers. I'll film how cutting-edge technology hacks our emotions. Every single one of them.
The thalamus is not consciously controlled.
Peak response in the brain.
Who are the people that change the way we feel?
And I'll smash you.
And how can I make myself feel again? At the dawn of the internet, trolls were some of the first to recognize the power of manipulating emotions. While other early users of the web saw it as a way of exchanging simple information,
Telecomputer call from J.D. Sumner, Elvis Presley's face.
the trolls recognized just how powerful pushing emotional buttons could be. Andrew is a prime example of a present-day troll with an almost scientific approach to pissing people off.
So I can say something like, LOL, kid. Just throwing in the word kid will get their attention. Throwing the word baby doll. Maybe someday you can cook breakfast for me. In the kitchen, you can do this thing, where you belong.
He shows me around the adult video shop in Orlando, Florida, where he works as manager. Andrew sees himself as something of an expert in channeling anger. To see what this could do to someone, I meet with Kim. She had been personally trolled by Andrew for more than a year.
I met him online in a Facebook chat room, and he was trolling everyone and playing tricks on everyone and just trying to get a negative reaction out of the group.
Do you sometimes feel like your emotions are just being totally messed with?
Yeah, it's so frustrating the way that he just has to engage with people by pissing them off, offending them.
Hey, I was thinking, let's do another women's march. The last one was so effective. What do you say, ladies? How about we go out tomorrow in March? Or are you too busy drinking wine?
Trying to get attention in this way, almost drawing power from annoying other people and kind of keeping himself in your thoughts, almost gives him power, almost dominating. This guy did not get enough attention as a child.
Andrew is an OG internet troll. He sees himself as an avant-garde artist, working pro bono. But at the same time, other parties see the potential capital gains of messing with people's emotions. In China, I see this become the basis of entire industries.
盛信文化传媒公司是我们中国首家专业网红打造公司。我们前身呢是国内第一美女游戏工会。我卡了。
I enter a large factory complex. The hundreds of people working here are the opposite of trolls. While trolls master anger, these workers craft a very different product. Zhengxi Entertainment is a live streaming talent agency. From a complex with countless fake bedrooms, the company's entirely female talent live stream their lives 24/7.
送来的花花，谢谢洛哥，谢谢。
要停了吗？
车上响，歌舞升平。
你搞这个公司赚钱本来是什么想法？
目前我们公司大约有200多名主播。那我们现在的流程是，新主播可能先到公司培训1-2个月，可能有的时间长一点的，可能3-4个月。然后呢，会在公司这20几个直播间里面进行直播。等到他出行定个出行之后，他们就可以拿着设备回家直播。
Do you think we can move this a little bit to over here? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Jean is the biggest star at the Love Factory.
他就说叫做 no makeup makeup.
She's a master at making people far and wide develop strong feelings for her. I want to know how she does it, so I ask her manager, Emma.
金河就是因为现在我们越发的想把金河做成那种一线的大主播，然后所以说我们现在对金河要求比较严。
哇哦！感谢，谢谢小王的飞机，谢谢，欢迎 Honey， 谢谢，改天让我带着我们家兄弟们去看望你。
可一开始来，其实他是我们800块钱底薪招的一个主播，
请你们去吃。
这几个月爆发，他连这几个月基本上每个月的礼物收入都是在20-30万以上。
注意防火，谢谢等待的800个玫瑰花，感谢等待。还有宝宝桃子也赶我们家了，马上了，开心。
所有主播的主要收入来源是来源于粉丝他送的这个礼物。
哎，谢谢 Honey 的龙蛋，谢谢对票票，谢谢。对呀，给我。
OK， 我今天给大家讲一下怎么样走进土豪的世界。我相信每一个主播其实都想要多拉几个土豪用户嘛，然后提高自己的销售。有些妹子可能五官长得特别立体，那可能是特别美的那种路线。那但有的妹子可能长得没有那么漂亮，那么长得比较清纯一点，她可能打扮就要比较清纯一点，走那种初恋女友那种感觉的那种路线。前提是这个人你是判断他是有足够消费能力的人，否则别花那么多心思在他们身上，浪费时间。主播的时间很宝贵的，一定不会跟你说我今天签了个几百万的单子啊，在直播间里面一定不会，这种人一定是吹牛逼的人。那么土豪的几个特点，也是心理寂寞吧，然后就需要一个精神的寄托。一般是一言不合先刷礼物，进来， 什么也没跟你说，就觉得他其实可能在房间里待了很久，他只是在观察你。当你某一首歌或者某一句话触到他那个点的时候，他就会给你刷礼物。他之前不会跟你有什么聊天啊或怎么样。而且这种人就是一刷其实不是小礼物，131起步的。
对，没有，我这句我就比较长。
我想讨论一下感情，你认为虚拟的这样的关系可以产生真实的感情吗？
我觉得就是虚拟的这样一个空间的关系，可以代替像现在朋友之间这样的相处。首先你会感到温暖，或是一些很相互的一些感情的一些发展，我觉得会代替。
谢谢董小姐送给你们，谢谢小松的玫瑰花，小松没有见的，就这样给你们唱歌。Sorry, my fault. 对。
Maybe it isn't surprising that there's a huge demand to feel loved. But actually, it seems there's a market for every emotion conceivable, even the ones we try to avoid. It is true that forces around the world are messing with our emotions, including some of the most brilliant minds of our time. I'm at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology.
Hate.
To see how the world of computer science approaches emotion, I meet with Dr. Rosalind Picard.
Can you show me anger now?
That's not allowed.
She's the founder of the field of affective computing, a branch of computer science that researches how to influence human emotion. She's showing me a sentograph, a machine that measures your emotions based on the way your fingers touch a button. It's the very first machine ever made for measuring someone's emotions.
Grief.
And the first one of these represents anger.
Invented by the scientist Manfred Kleins,
Number one.
the sentograph assumed that the body channeled emotions in a universal and measurable way.
Wow.
It was one of Rosalind's inspirations to start an entire field of computer science.
Originally, what I defined affective computing, I defined it as computing that relates to, arises from, or deliberately influences emotion and, more broadly, affective phenomenon. And when you are crafting the computer interaction so that you are mindful of the person's affective state, what it's likely to be and what you wish it were, then it's an example of affective computing, trying to directly influence those emotions with the computing.
What started with the sentograph has now evolved into endless new technologies.
The new pupil would get a little bit larger.
Okay.
Billions of dollars are being invested in the companies that make them.
And these 7 core emotions are joy.
They're building a future where paying customers can see what people are feeling at all times.
This is the future. Everybody is going to read your emotions.
Do you think that now that people can measure emotions with such precision that more people will mess with our emotions?
People did this before the technology too, right? They just watch what provokes people. Ooh, I like, if I pull the girl's hair, does that provoke her? No. If I kick her in the shin, that provokes her. I'll keep doing that, right? There are people who just like to get reactions. Now that you can get them at scale.
Dass sie hier ankündigt, das Spaten ist ein Symbol einer neuen Gemeinschaft geworden.
I can't help but think that affective computing companies have a curious way of looking at our emotions. One that traces back half a century. I look into the very image of modern mind control, and maybe it's not so scary. I ask myself, maybe there's part of us that wants to be controlled. Sometimes you meet someone who gives you a new sense of clarity and perspective.
I, the one and only tech dom, the mistress of high-tech domination.
Mistress Harley holds the trademark for the term tech domination, along with countless other iterations of the term.
I'll take care of this right away.
Yes, you will.
I go to Beverly Hills to meet her, along with her manservant, Dick Jones. From her home, she shows me the surveillance footage of the thousands of men she controls over the internet. She says that you don't need whips and chains to truly dominate a human being. Through using technology to control their emotions, she can dominate people on a deeper level than was ever possible before, starting with her tool of preference.
I'm Mistress Harley's slave. I'm a complete loser, totally pathetic and weak. I do anything Mistress Harley tells me to do. If she tells me what to eat, if she tells me to make confessional video, she controls what I wear, so she doesn't let me wear clothes when I'm home. She makes me wear this collar. She controls my privacy, so she can make me make confessional videos. She has cameras in my home. I have one here in my room. I have another one in my bathroom. I'm getting one for my living room, so I have no privacy at all. The only freedom I have in my life is stuff that she hasn't decided to dictate to me. Otherwise, I just do whatever she tells me to do.
If you think about the physiological sensations of shame or humiliation, they're very similar to the same physiological sensations of arousal. To make somebody feel shame, you need to get to know them. Not everybody is ashamed of the same things. Some people are ashamed of being called a slut. Other people are proudly sluts. So the more you know about someone, the easier it is to figure out what they are ashamed of. And gathering data on someone will give you great insight into that. Google knows how to sell you peanuts. I know how to make you feel bad. You're bad and you should feel bad.
That's fascinating. So a lot of similarity, but then a couple of interesting individual differences. So they had the corrugator muscle, the furrowed eyebrow, plus a little bit of the upper eyelid raise, very strong 23, which is that tightening of the lip and the buccinator muscle.
Facial action coding turns emotions and feelings into a simple set of numbers, all discernible through scanning a face. It's the cornerstone of tech that reads and manipulates our emotions. Joy, love, sorrow. Just a number. That's the same for everyone, in all places and all times.
I think it's heated because people feel that emotions are sacred qualities of their identity, or what we used to call the soul. And I am the only one who can be the arbiter of the meaning of my emotions. There is this feeling like my passions are just uniquely who I am, and that's sacred. And it turns out that's wrong.
A machine can only understand our inner world by reducing it to numbers. But I can't help but think it can't be right. If our emotions are just numbers, then the right formula could make us feel anything.
And we're going to try another pigeon now, and I will try to pick out some particular pattern of behavior and make it a more frequent part of the repertoire.
My thoughts return to B.F. Skinner. After years of experimenting on pigeons, he discovered something. Behavior can be molded pretty much any way you want.
You've talked about the need for a technology of behavior.
Yes, well, we certainly do need one. All the great problems today need a behavioral solution. How are we going to get people to stop breeding so much, to cut down on the consumption of goods that we're running out of supplies and so on, stop polluting the environment, stop beating each other up personally or internationally and so on. These are all behavioral problems, and they have to be solved by something like a behavioral technology, it seems to me.
He became obsessed with creating a machine that could build a better world by controlling everyone's behavior.
A playpen has been selected for our experimental environment because it is one to which the child is well acquainted. The unfamiliar additions include a food dispenser loaded with snacks.
The Skinner box was meant to revolutionize the raising of children. By keeping a child confined to this space, they could be connected at all times to a powerful technology capable of molding their behavior.
It is best to separately establish the function of the light and sound as stimuli which reliably signal an upcoming reinforcement.
What if children could always be connected to a machine, a device that could use light and sound to shape the way they act, think, and feel?
No recurring group of activities immediately preceding the action of the light and sound is singled out for reinforcement in order to avoid the building in of an unwanted form of behavior.
Skinner dreamed of a day when this technology would take over the world. Maybe Russia wasn't quite what B.F. Skinner was dreaming of.
Психология человека – крупнейшее поле битвы в этом. Как ты добиваешься того, чтобы молодежь гордилась своей страной, гордилась своей армией? Что ж, имея такой инструмент, как TikTok, ты можешь заставить их чувствовать все, что ты хочешь.
Ivan is the fake name of a social media entrepreneur in St. Petersburg, Russia.
Хэштег с моим никнеймом набрал 1,5 миллиарда просмотров. По факту, я имя нарицательное здесь. В нашей компании много талантов. Эти ребята за моей спиной могут спеть, станцевать. Они секси и классные.
Ivan's main business is the creation of TikTok content funded by the Russian government.
Давай типа Россия. Супер.
He shows us some videos that represent his work.
Тебе всего 10 лет, ты листаешь TikTok, затем ты видишь что-то очень знакомое, строчку текста, которую мы специально для тебя написали.
Потому что мы исторические, генетические, самая сильная, самая выносливая и самая искренняя нация. И сейчас нечего пугаться, потому что всю историю нас и так недолюбливают. Нас боятся за правду, за генетическую справедливость.
Звучит жестоко, но это своего рода искусство. Ребят, мы снимаем специальный ролик для ТикТока. Да, вы все знаете, что это такое? Смотрите, давайте мы возьмем подставочку. Кто достает и так? Кто самый высокий? Да, тогда поставьте подставочку. Все эти танки американские. В нашем видео вы стреляете в эти танки. В среднем дети смотрят сотни или даже тысячи тиктоков ежедневно. Никогда еще человечество не смотрело столько видео с такой скоростью и с такой громкостью. Даже не помнят, что они смотрели. Но их эмоции помнят. Стреляй, стреляй! 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 Стреляй, стреляй! Моему ребенку, точно 3 лет, телефона бы он у меня точно не видел. Я бы максимально его постарался от этого оградить. Потому что я все-таки хочу, чтобы ребенок не чтобы он имел мозг, но чтобы он умел им пользоваться.
I feel like I've hit a dead end. Everyone I've met seems to be perfectly happy living their lives on the internet. Am I all by myself? I think maybe I need to talk to someone else. So near where I live in Copenhagen, Denmark, I meet with therapist Morten Fenger. He's one of Denmark's leading experts on how the internet affects our emotions. He's well known for being passionate and committed to raising awareness of the issue.
Nobody attends the real world anymore. They prefer this telephone all the time. They're just like zombies. What shall I do?
Every day, people come in and out of Morten's office feeling exactly the same way I do. Maybe they're better at talking about the problems than I am.
So is it okay for us to film? Would you rather us go outside or?
I'm okay with you staying there.
I can stay here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And then, all right.
Ja, men velkommen til, Jonathan.
Jeg er ked af, at jeg ikke prøver og oplever alt det andet, verden har at tilbyde. Ja. Og en af de ting, der faktisk skræmmer mig lidt, er, at det bare føles federe at være ved computeren hele dagen. Sådan. Ja. Er der overhovedet noget ude i virkeligheden, som er bedre end det, den moderne computer kan tilbyde mig?
Ja. Det kan være hele følelsesspektrummet på 10 minutter. Altså, jeg kan opleve alting, og det kan ovenikøbet være på et mindre tidsrum end det. Og jeg ligesom er fuldstændig kold og tom følelse.
På en eller anden måde er det den samme følelse, selvom jeg kan være glad og sur, og på en anden, tredje måde påvirket af det. Ja. Det er sådan en afhængighed. Det er det. Ja. Den der følelse af det, jeg får.
So how does it happen? Why are we feeling numb?
So you have this concentrate of the feeling of joy, of anger, of anxiety. Everything is so concentrated. The internet creates feelings for people, so they just have all the feelings served to them, and they just have to pick them up and eat them, and then after a while, they feel empty again. They don't create the feelings themselves. They don't know how to do it. It's the first time in history they have experts to create feelings. So you have experts to create feelings on the internet, and that's the new stuff. You're not accustomed to that.
Do you have some sort of personal reason for your thoughts on the internet?
The job or challenge for me as a father is every day is a struggle to keep their attention by me and getting them connected to me instead of being connected to the internet. I feel every day I lose ground to the internet. So I feel defeated by the internet. They've taken away my children from me. They have abducted them or kidnapped them.
I think I finally feel something. I feel despair. But then I realize this feeling is shared by nearly everyone I've met. We're all exhausted. But what about the people who exhaust us? Back in Florida, I asked Andrew what he thinks the reason behind his trolling is.
Do you think there's like something behind the trolling?
I don't know. It's just maybe part of it is things that I don't want to confront about myself or things that I hate about myself. I don't know.
That does what?
I don't know. It's hard to explain, man. I mean, there's got to be a reason for all the trolling, right? Like, that's the thing, though. It's like I'm not necessarily like super mean to anyone. I mean, I like getting attention, I guess. Not as much anymore. Care as much anymore, but.
This might be what messing with other people's emotions does to a person. But what I'm starting to see is an entire world that runs on manipulating emotions.
好累是吗？再辛苦一点时间，辛苦这一个月会巨累。这些个月其实我一天都不打算放给你假期。等我们以后挣够了钱，我们再出去玩，然后直播遥遥无期，就每天都要直播，然后每天都没有时间。今天不唱歌，今天跟大家聊得挺好的。
播的效果就是我知道你是累，但是你也不能是这么个直播效果。如果是这么个直播效果的话，我觉得你今天就不要播了，你直接下播好了。我是觉得这个状态就不是你应该有的，而且你如果累的话，就是你自己要有那个调控能力。
今天有点累，今天。
累。啊。
Morton, you've been treating internet addiction for like 20 years. Is there like a big thing that you've learned?
Biggest horror for me and my profession is that when people come to me to have my service, they actually prefer to have the internet instead of being alive. When they have to do it, the feelings themselves, it's too difficult, it's too hard for them, so they prefer to stay in the artificial world with these artificial feelings, making them feel empty.
People want structure, they want control, they want a power imbalance. They don't want to be free, they want someone to tell them what to do and how to do it. And in some ways, there's a liberation in submission.
I see that people prefer to feel nothing, to be left without feelings because it's easier. They don't want to be in the real world because it's too flat, it's too ugly, it's too gray. It's a much better life on the internet.
I can remember a time when I felt things stronger than I do now. Sometimes, when I'm scrolling away on my bed, I ask myself, is this just how it's going to be now? Or is there a way out? Back in Copenhagen, I'm trying to digest what I've seen. I decide I want to make something nice out of everything I've seen. So I invite Morten to my editing suite to get some advice.
Okay. All right. You did all of this, all these feelings, all these emotions. I'm fascinated about this. Good movie. Okay, over there, propaganda, TikTok. Oh yes, a huge phenomenon, TikTok. What is called in the Chinese version, there's another version in Chinese.
Yeah, Douyin.
Douyin, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I learned so much during this. I mean, I went out to find all these people, and I guess all I saw was, that for every emotion we have, there's someone really good on the internet at manipulating it.
Yeah, there's some kind of wizard out there.
Yeah, there's like a wizard for every emotion.
Yes.
And completely changing the way we feel it.
Yeah.
And overloading us.
Yeah.
And warping that emotion.
Yeah.
I saw that.
The crap on our feelings, they control us completely.
Right.
Yeah.
And, you don't think it would be like practically and academically sound for me to like give this film a happy ending in some, like a hopeful ending in some way?
Yeah. Let me think about it, David. I think that there are always two opportunities or two ways to go. The one way where you change people's understanding of the world, and the other is where you tell them what to do. So you can be a prophet saying, say no to the internet because it will harm you. And the other way is that we have a much better solution. You can have beloved ones. You can go out and have feelings right now. Just go out. It's so simple. It's already, the model for a better world is to be in the real life. It's already there. It's for free. You just have to be with people you love. Just do it.
I returned to Florida to help Andrew pack up his house. He's getting ready to drive to Vermont to move in with a girlfriend he met on the internet.
Comes a point in time where you wake up next to no one so much that like it's becomes like the normal. It's comfortable enough, but she actually makes me feel like I deserve something so nice.
The curious thing is that this nice girl was not just any nice girl. She was a very specific nice girl.
This guy did not get enough attention as a child.
I love you.
I love you too.
Do you see me as like a low-down, dirty thug?
No, but I see your social media presence and whatnot as
Slime ball, because I work at a video store?
just sort of irritating at points. And it's just like, come on, man, just be yourself. Because I know that's not who you are. You did it. I'm proud of you. Just think if this is the hardest thing that you've had to do in your life.
It's definitely not.
Exactly. So let's keep going.
But usually the hard stuff has a reason.
The reason for this, you'll find out. So close.
I just don't care about it.
Well, what do you care about? That's something to explore.
Can I please not do it? I'll do anything else.
Feeling terrible is like recovering from surgery. That's feeling terrible. There's nothing you can do about it. You
There's
can't do
something
anything.
wrong with me. I'm sick or ill or something, so
You're
I can't do it.
No,
too
you
much.
just
For
kind
now.
of, you let your mind get the best of you.
That's fine. I just
And you would
need
tell
to
you,
get
I
out.
can't do this. I can't do this. If you just said, I can do this, and you just took your time and you smiled through it, it would be more enjoyable. It would move quicker. And I'm sorry if being like, come on, you can do it. Come on, hurry up is like upsetting you. But I just don't know how else
It's
to
not.
motivate
Nothing is
you.
upsetting me besides the fact that I just don't want to do this anymore. I don't
Well, what
feel
if,
like going up.
what if, will you do it for me?
I guess, yeah.
So come on, let's go. Just the caboose.
Won't you tell him please to put on some speed? Follow my lead. Oh, how I need someone to watch over me. Won't you tell him please to put on some speed?